We will tear your souls apart.
Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be talking about Alien Resurrection, the fourth Alien movie in the franchise. Alien Resurrection was written by Joss Whedon, who was known for TV shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, the spin-off to Buffy. He also did TV shows like Firefly and Dollhouse, and he also wrote Waterworld, which is a very bad movie that has a completely different story. He was later going to direct the Marvel Avenger movies. He's uncredited for directing the 2017 Justice League movie, because during the making of that movie, Zack Snyder had gone through some personal tragedy left during the production of that movie. But that is also another different story too. And yes, I am aware of Joss Whedon's bad behavior, reputation, and how toxic of a person he has to work with, but I'm not discussing it in today's video. A little bit of a heads up right here. This is going to be a little bit of a rant right here, so here it goes. I fucking hate this movie. This movie is bad and god-awful. This is one of the worst horror sci-fi alien franchise sequels ever in the history. And also, this movie is just as bad as right up there with Halloween Resurrection, Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, or any of the Pinhead direct-to-DVD Hellraiser sequels, Seed of Chucky, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Alright, get the point. Point is, this movie is bad. One of the worst sequels, and it killed the franchise. How is it that Alien 3 wasn't a success yet they made another Alien movie? I guess if it's a popular franchise, knowing that it'll make money and people go see it. If you thought Alien 3 was bad, Alien 3 is an Academy Award winning movie compared to this piece of crap. Just like Alien 3, this movie also had a lot of studio interference, but I'm not giving full detail on this like I did in my last Alien 3 video. But to sum it up a little bit, like Alien 3, the studio once again messed up this movie. You can go watch the documentary on the making of this movie on YouTube, or the Blu-ray extra. On a brief note, originally Danny Boyle was offered to direct this movie because the studio liked Trainspotting, but he turned out directing this movie thinking that he was not ready to direct a big budget Hollywood movie like this, thinking that he was not experienced enough at the time. Danny Boyle is a good filmmaker, but thank goodness he turned down directing this movie. Bryan Singer was offered to direct this movie. Just like Joss Whedon, this guy's also another piece of shit, but again, different story for another time. Also, apparently Joss Whedon had to rewrite the script 6 times. In the words of Stan Lee, enough said. That right there shows this movie was doomed right from the beginning right there. This movie is directed by a French film director by the name of Jean-Pierre Jeunet. I'm not sure I said his name right, I apologize. Who later on to direct a French film rom-com called Amélie. Again, I'm probably not saying that correctly, which I've never seen before, but I've heard good things about it. Just like Winona Ryder, this is another movie with good all-star actors, but again, it doesn't save the movie. Ron Perlman and Michael Winscott are good character actors that are too good of actors to be in a movie like this. Ron Perlman is too goofy and over the top. When he's being held prisoner for questioning a guard has a gun behind his back, he grabs the gun, the guard does not fire, he says, "Don't ever touch me. Ever." He gives the gun back. It's like, dude, you had your chance right there. Point the gun at the guard. His character is such a cliche jerk asshole, yet he survives this movie, ladies and gentlemen. He bullies a character, I'm sorry for getting his name, in a wheelchair, suffers from paraplegic. When Winona Ryder's character is giving out orders, he responds her saying, "Since when were you goddamn in charge?" Winona says, "Since when were you born without balls?" I don't get it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? This line feels like something you would say in a parody movie like the Naked Gun movies. Michael Winscott plays a boring, bland, forgetful captain of a team and dies. For once, he was not a bad guy in this movie. Seeing this movie makes me wish I was rewatching him as Top Dollar in The Crow. As I said before, The Crow is one of my all-time favorite movies. Despite I did a YouTube video about The Crow last year, I wish I was still talking about The Crow instead of this movie. He seems to be good at giving foot massages to his girlfriend, whose character name I will never remember after watching this movie. Quentin Tarantino will be very proud of you. The character of Gary Christie, his death scene of this character makes no sense to me. When he's only on the paraplegic character climbing up the ladder during a gun shoot against the aliens, Ron Perlman leans back, shoots the alien, saves him, but sadly, he gets blood acid on his face. His face is distorted, and he sacrifices himself, unbuckles, falling down to the water. Instead of just leaning over to lift his leg up to take off the alien hand that was on his foot, or after falling down, down, he could have just swam back up and still survived. As a kid to this day, I never understood the point of this death scene. I don't know if that was in the script originally, intentionally, or as usual in a bad movie, it was just lazy writing. They had to kill him off for no reason. Tuco from Breaking Bad is in this movie as one of the soldiers. He becomes one of the good guys in the end after seeing the aliens take over the ship and seeing the corruption of what the scientists were doing to the people turning to the aliens and making clone versions of Ripley. Just when we thought he was going to survive the end of this movie, he dies. Funny I rewatched this movie as an adult after seeing Breaking Bad. When I was rewatching, I'm pointing out like, oh my god, there's Tuco from Breaking Bad. Who knew? Also, the spaceship AI voice in the first Alien movie was called Mother. This time it's called Father. It also copies Alien trying too hard being bad as an action pack, but not as done well as Aliens did it better. It's another one of those, yeah, I've seen it done better. The first three Alien movies had great special effects. Alien 3 used a combo of practical and CGI, but because this is the mid-90s, this is the first time they used a full CGI in an Alien movie series. But the Xenomorph aliens don't look too bad, but I'm trying to give this movie too much credit for how bad this movie still is. The first Alien movie was sci-fi horror. Aliens was a sci-fi action horror movie. The third Alien movie was a prison drama horror sci-fi. This one is a sci-fi B-movie with a bigger budget, mixed in with over-the-top slapstick comedy. From doing research, originally Sigourney Weaver did not want to be in this movie, but once the studio makes an offer she cannot refuse, can't say no to money, even if the movie's a failure and a bomb. Despite she plays Ripley in this movie, the real Ripley is gone, so basically she plays a clone version of Ripley. Sigourney Weaver is a great actress, but she's given crappy direction material. For a bad movie, it has an interesting premise and idea to see how the clone Ripley is basically half human and has the same DNA as the Xenomorph aliens. With a concept like this, it's hard to take it seriously with all this like over-the-top and cartoony stuff. It's one of those, yeah, this idea and concept is good, but not done as well as we want it to be or imagine. It seems like with Ripley's new DNA, she gets better at basketball. It's true they say, it sounds better on paper. I'm being too nerdy right here. Are the Xenomorph aliens good at basketball? Yes. I know I'm overanalyzing this part, being too geeky right here. When the clone Ripley finds other failed attempt clone versions of Ripley of herself, she burns them alive. This part was very disturbing right here. I will give the movie credit right there, but still, it doesn't save the movie. As a kid watching this movie, I didn't understand the cloning DNA, and as a kid I questioned myself, how is that Ripley is back despite she died in the last movie? It also didn't make any sense to me as a kid. Rewatching this movie as an adult, I asked myself, how did these scientists get any of Ripley's DNA blood to make clones of her? But I don't overthink it. I just accept it as it is and I move on. That's it. Chris Stuckman said it best in his Hilariosity video that she acts and gives these people weird, creepy eye looks, like she wants to have sex with everyone, the way she interacts with the characters, especially when she says, who do I have to fuck to get off this boat? This sounds like something out of a porno. Did Sigourney Weaver accidentally read a porno instead of the Alien Resurrection script by accident? Who knows, and who cares? Throughout the movie, it seems like this clone version of Ripley might have the same memories as the old Ripley, especially as she tried to remember who Newt was. They originally wanted to bring back a clone version of Newt. As cool as that sounds, but again, I'm not sure that made any difference in fixing this movie at all. These scientists find civilians abduct them while they were stuck and trapped in hypersleep and have them get impregnated by the Xenomorph aliens. What jerks. Again, this idea is also a good concept, but I wish it was done better in a better Alien movie. We all know what happens here. All hell breaks loose. It just shows how dumb and stupid these scientists are for not listening or reading history, what happened in the last 3 Alien movies. When the aliens are being studied, it's strange that they kill one of the Xenomorph aliens, so that way the acid blood goes through the prison ground so they can escape. I've never seen this done before in the Xenomorph aliens, kill one of their own kind. In case you're wondering what the communication was with the aliens in this room, we don't know. There are no subtitles, just use your imagination. But you know what? I don't care! Brad Dourif knows the voice of Chucky, One Flew of the Cuckoo's Nest, plays one of the scientists that studies Ripley and the aliens. Another great actor makes the best of everything, even in a bad movie, but again, he does not save the movie either. He's very cartoony over the top at times. I mean, yes, he gets over the top in the Chucky sequels. At least those are over the top Chucky performances that have some entertainment value to them. He plays a cliched slimy scientist who you want to see die. I thought it was stupid when he gives the alien like, you looking at me like Taxi Driver, when he rubs his lip on the window glass and kisses the window glass for no reason. The alien uses his second tongue now trying to break the glass, but I guess the glass windows are too strong. When he's eating with Ripley, he tells her fork, and Ripley responds, fuck. Lame, stupid scene, unnecessary, that could have been cut from the movie and not affect the movie at all. When he gets kidnapped and trapped in the alien cocoon, he does his Chucky voice. When the clone xenomorph alien that was in the clone Ripley, it hatches kills the alien queen. His reaction is so dumb and stupid. You are a beautiful butterfly. My God, how much worse than Krabby can this movie get? It shows that his character's been down the cocoon for a little bit far too long, and it's gotten him psychologically. Was Brad Dourif in Chucky mode when he's in the middle of making a bride of Chucky around this time? Did someone give him 2 scripts to make sure to not forget his Chucky voice? The alien hybrid look is so weird and unusual. It looks like a xenomorph alien that was not finished during the production of this movie. The way this alien dies is kind of stupid, dumb, and lame. It's another one of those, how is this possible? Go see for yourself. I won't describe it how it dies. Ripley kills her baby. They land on Earth. It ends on a cliffhanger where Ripley and Ellie, John, and Dom are on planet Earth, or used to be planet Earth. They don't know what they want to do because they feel like strangers at planet Earth. The end. It's sad this is the last time today that Sigourney Weaver has ever played the character Ripley, but this time she played a clone version of Ripley. As I said before, Ripley is dead, so this basically was a clone, so whatever, moving on. Unlike Jamie Lee Curtis coming back to play Laurie Strode in the new Halloween requels, I highly doubt Sigourney Weaver will ever come back as Ripley. Will they ignore Alien 3 and Resurrection, do a requel to this series? It would be nice and cool to see her back as Ripley again and give her better justice, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. And plus, I'm not sure if Sigourney Weaver is ever interested in coming back to this franchise. Alien Resurrection fails to rebound after Alien 3's mixed reception. Another movie with interesting ideas and concepts, but not executed as done as well as we wanted it to be. These new characters don't save the movie. They are cliched, bland, and forgetful. Sorry, Winona. After watching this movie, ask yourself, what the hell did I just watch? And was this movie for real? It's frustrating and sad to say this movie exists. If I had one magic wish, I wish crappy movie sequels did not exist, and this one makes the list. The movie is slow, boring, could not wait for this movie to end. Did not have fun with this movie like it did with Aliens. But I will say in a minute, if you and your friends want to watch a bad movie, make fun and be entertained, this movie is a must end for you. Some people may like this movie as a fun bad movie, guilty pleasure, that's fine, okay, but unfortunately I don't fit in that category with this movie, but that's just me. This movie also shows another example of studios that have no idea what they are doing when it comes to making a sequel to a movie franchise, and as usual, they fuck it up in the end. If I was a film director making an Alien movie sequel, I would tell the studio, get away from my movie, you bitch! A sad ending, not a way for Sigourney Weaver to go out with a bang playing Ripley one last time.